All right, Owen. So, first of all, I guess welcome home. Welcome back.
Thank you. It feels good to be home.
I bet. I think I read you posted it's been a few months since you've been back home, since you've now relocated to Nashville.
Yeah, I can't even remember the last time that I was actually home, which is crazy. It's been a couple years since we've been to Lucknow, but it feels good to be back. It really does.
Yeah, now you've played this stage a few times. I think this was one of the early big stages you played in your career. Is that right?
It was, yeah. I mean, I've been coming to Music in the Fields for 10 years. The first several years just as a country music fan and, learning what alcohol was all about. And,
of course.
Yeah, for the last, I played the Beer Gardens 3 years in a row, then I played the side stage in the Emerging Artist Contest, and then I played the main stage 2 years ago, and now I get to play the main stage again. So it's been a whole full circle kind of journey to, come back to the fields.
Yeah, I bet. Now, let's start a little bit with what you've been up to in the last year. The last time I got to chat with you was just before the Grey Cup. You were just about to play in front of that huge crowd at BC Place, and you had gotten married just last summer. First of all, how's that going? How's married life treating you?
Married life is awesome.
Yeah?
It's been such a crazy, awesome first year. It's been so busy. It kind of flew by, but Liv and I, we try to hold on to the moments as much as we can, and in this lifestyle, it's so busy. It's like next thing, next thing, next thing, next thing. So we've taken a bit of time to ourselves to sit back and soak it in a little bit, which has been nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And of course, a big tour plan for the fall. I believe you're hitting the road once again. Still touring around.
Yeah, we still got a bunch more shows this year. We aren't doing another headline run specifically, but we're going on the road with Luke Bryan for some shows and hitting up the CCMA Awards, and we got some stuff with Cassius Culpepper down south in Florida and stuff like that. So yeah, we're staying busy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned Luke Bryan. Obviously, that is a huge name to be touring with. Was that a guy that you kind of listened to a little bit growing up?
Oh, of course. I remember when We Rode in Trucks came out, and I fell in love with that song. It's one of my favorite Luke Bryan songs. I hope he plays it on the road. But I've never met him before, so it'll be kind of a new experience, and we get to play some big shows in front of big crowds, so it'll be fun.
I'm going to ask you about the Nashville experience. Now that you've really had time to soak it in, are you finding as an artist that it's a little bit easier for your craft or the songwriting now that you're kind of surrounded by so many talented people? Do you have a little network down there that you can reach out to other musicians, other songwriters, and kind of learn from them, kind of get mentored a little bit?
Totally. I don't know if I'd say it's easier. It's easier to be inspired because there's so many great musicians and songwriters in Nashville. But it really shows you where you're weak, It shows you when you get in a room with a veteran songwriter who's written a countless amount of hit songs that you need to work on things. And I've had, the last 6 months to really try to hone in my craft of songwriting. I thought I know how to write a song. I'm capable of it. And then you get down and you start writing with these guys, and it's there's another level to it. So it's definitely inspiring, and it keeps you driven to want to get better and better.
I mean, there's no shortage of stages to play in Nashville. Do you find it's almost like stand-up comedians where you go out to a smaller stage, you play some new stuff, you test it out in front of a crowd, see what kind of a reaction it gets?
That's a good idea. I actually haven't done that before. I've played on Broadway a couple times for showcase type things where the label will kind of close down a bar and invite people, and you get to play on Broadway. But I haven't done the whole 4-hour Broadway thing ever. I kind of cut my teeth doing that in Canada in little bars and stuff. So when I got down to Nashville, it was more of strictly just songwriting and I guess building a network, like you said. It was my focus down there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yesterday, I think you posted, you were sitting out on the back deck, I think, back home, and you posted a song which you'd said isn't released yet, but you were thinking about releasing it.
Yeah.
What is that song? Is that something we might see? Because we played a snippet of it on the radio this morning, and,
cool.
and people love that.
That's awesome. Yeah, we're going to play that one tonight at Music in the Fields, and that's going to be... This is honestly the first time I'm saying this, but I don't even care because I'm going to announce it officially on Monday. I don't know when this comes out, but...
It'll be Monday.
Yeah, right on.
So this is the day.
This is the day. So, yeah, my new single, Tail Light This Town, is coming October 3rd with some other exciting announcements, and it's going to be the start of the next record and the next... wave of me as an artist. So I'm very excited.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
There's been one question I wanted to ask you because being that it's a small area here, I know a lot of your family members and heard a lot of stories about you growing up and how the talent was just kind of there early at a natural age. But if it didn't work out for you, let's just do a little hypothetical situation here. If it didn't work out for you, what would you be doing right now otherwise? If you might be here at Music in the Fields as a spectator, but what would you be doing otherwise? Would you be back on the farm working every day? What would be happening if Owen Riegling hadn't kind of started to make it a bit?
That's a great question, too. It's funny because my whole life, as far as I can remember, I've never had like a realistic like job in mind. You know, it's always been something super crazy. If it wasn't like being a musician, it was going to be making it to the NHL or like doing being a dirt bike racer, you know, like that kind of thing is like what I always kind of had something weird like that I was striving for. But I mean, I worked for the township of South Bruce, you know, patching roads and cleaning up the dump. So I loved that job, by the way. That was an awesome job. I'd probably be working for the town of Mildmay, you know, still dreaming of hopefully getting to be a musician or, you know, something else crazy that comes to my mind. But, you know, when the music thing started to work, and I did about 6 years of not knowing if it was going to work before I got, you know, that traction and felt like there was momentum and things were happening. So, like, those 6 years were definitely, like, difficult to figure out if I'm doing the right thing. But then once I kind of started to feel that snowball effect of, like, support, and then I got signed to a label, it was like, no questions asked. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And I've been able to make that a reality over the past couple of years. I hope I can keep it up for the next 50 years, you know, that's the goal. So I love that I get to do this.
Do you find now that you have gotten out there, your name is pretty big, when you come home, is it tougher to come home and kind of blend into the background just because the reputation and the name is out there so much now? Yeah,
it definitely, it's actually pretty awesome because people will know who I am, but a lot of times it's like, hey, Owen, and it's not really like a craziness. It's like, it feels like every single person knows who I am, but nobody's like harassing me or anything, so I'm cool with it. Yeah.
You didn't have to kick the paparazzi out of the wedding last year or anything, so that's good.
Yeah, exactly.
You got honored last year as well. The county of Bruce County gave you an honor. Lisa Thompson, the MP, was there as well to help salute you and your career. And it's just funny, everybody, when they talk about you, the story is the same. Nicest guy in the world. So proud of Bruce County. So proud of Mildmay. What was it like to get that recognition? That
was really, really cool. I've never been in, I guess that's like is that like a, what do you call that room where they do that?
Like the big chambers?
Like the council room or whatever, like the chamber room, or I don't know, I felt like I was in a movie or something, you know? I haven't really experienced that before, so I was a little nervous, actually. More nervous for that than I was for playing a show in front of thousands of people. It was kind of scary for me, but very, very high honor, and grateful for that.
Obviously, there's still many, many more memories to be made as this the path. You have no idea where it's going to go, where it's going to take you from here on out, but it definitely looks promising. But what's, at this point of the career, what's like the coolest thing that's happened to you so far, or maybe a couple of the coolest things that's happened? Because I'm sure there's been a lot. Yeah, it has been crazy. That's such a hard question because there's been so many cool things that have happened that I've dreamed about. I mean, just getting to go on tour with Tyler Hubbard and Chase Rice and get to play the Grey Cup, like you mentioned earlier. You know, get to play these big arenas and open for people and play festivals. And the coolest part is just getting to see new places and meet new people and travel and see things that I never thought I'd see. Like, I've been on, I think, 55 flights so far since May of this year, which is crazy. Wow. I remember when I took my first airplane ride being so scared. Now it's just like, that's where I'll just like have a nap now, you know? So it's been my world has kind of flipped upside down. It's been kind of cool. What do you foresee as the next big thing? You said you've got the new single is being released on Monday. Are we a long way off from a full album release at this point? I wouldn't say we're a long way off. I actually have a whole record on my phone right now that's basically done. So it's a matter of timing and just, finding the right time for these songs, and that's all it comes down to. Yeah, right. We're starting the ball rolling in, like I said, October, and then from there, we're probably looking at next year for a full-length record, but it'll come soon enough. All right. Well, Owen, I really appreciate your time. I know, especially when you're at home, obviously, a lot of people want to see you, friends, families. So, and you've got a signing coming up, a meet and greet with the fans here. So I don't want to take too much of your time. But
well, I appreciate you.
It's great to meet you in person, man.
Yeah, good to meet you in
Thanks
person.
so much.
That was awesome.
And yeah, we're going to be following along and cheering you along every step of the way from here on out, man.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
your support.